driving. I've been driving now for like 20 minutes. So I'm like, oh my goodness, I could be recording. I was just sitting here just singing a hymn, Wash Me Over. And I realized that I had a lot of things to say, right? So I'm actually on my way to drop off a cupcake order. It was a last minute order. I'm so tired. I was up until like 3 o'clock in the morning finishing this order because, I make everything from scratch, and it ended up being like multiple flavors. So yeah, here I am. And it's just so funny. I was supposed to be at my cousin's funeral this weekend in Colorado. She passed away related to COVID, and I couldn't make it. And I got this call yesterday about this order, and it's actually for the gospel singer Maurette Brown Clark. She did the song "It's Not Over." It's not over until God says it's over. Yes, that is my song. And a million other songs. She's been in the industry a very long time. So this is for a studio session. So my cupcakes will be in the building with her and other singers. So it's definitely an honor and a blessing to even have this opportunity. And I just thank God for it. But let's get to business. So I've been rewatching Married at First Sight episodes every chance I get, because I don't want to just, form this opinion and not clearly understand exactly, like what is going on, right? So I want to talk about Zach real quick. I know you have everything going around about the spoiler. What's going on? I'm not even going to mention it. But, so, what I'm noticing is that Zach is definitely conflicted with what he needs to do within this relationship and what he wants. Well, I believe that
in 10 miles, take the exit onto I-95 toward US 441.
When Michaela exploded the way that she did, when she was angry, for Zach, he checked out after that, because it was already a deal breaker for him. So we all know, like, when dating and thinking about making a long-term commitment with someone, we need to be able to see them when they're angry. And for Zach, he's had past experiences where he's attracting these people, whether he's attracting them because of his personality, of him being, more sensitive and emotional and so on and so forth. I don't know. It could be a reason, but there is also a reason why he's attracting the same people. Granted, this show picked this woman for him, so it's kind of, so they did it for drama. But the thing is that, he checked out when that happened. But because he's a perfectionist, he is trying to actually be successful at marriage. Not necessarily because he wants to be married to her, but because he just wants to be successful at marriage. And a lot of people are saying, like, he's gaslighting her. And I don't think that he's gaslighting her. I just think that he's tormenting himself with being a perfectionist. Because if his marriage doesn't fail, then that means that he messed up and he wasn't perfect and she wasn't perfect. You know what I mean? So I feel like he's one of those people who worries too much of what other people think. Perfectionists have that in them, and in relation, it does have to do with worrying about what other people think, right? So that's why I don't think that he's gaslighting her. I think it's more so the perfection, being a perfectionist, and then putting that on her to be perfect. But Michaela, she doesn't need to be perfect, but both of them are not ready for marriage, right? Zach has this idea about what marriage is, or what he sees it to be, and the wife that he saw he would be with. And it's not it's not that, you know, a man, of course, like I've said a million times, he has to be attracted to his wife. Okay. I don't think he's that attracted to her. I think he's attracted, but he's not that attracted to her. And then her exploding further took away from that attraction. You know what I mean? So Zach, you know, there's a few things with him. So it's not like I'm saying like Zach is good and Michaela is bad, because no, that's not it. Because I recall when Zach and Michaela were sitting down, and Michaela said to him after they spoke with, you know, the so-called experts about their marriage, Michaela asked him, like, okay, so us coming together, as joining together, husband and wife, what do you see as a big goal? Because in her mind, you know, there's a purpose. We have to have a purpose as husband and wife. There has to be something bigger than us, right? Something that we're aiming towards. So she's referring to a vision. She's referring to a vision and having a plan. So in my mind, she's trying to see if he has a vision and he has a plan, and to see if there's even a future with him. Because no woman wants to follow a man without a vision and without a plan, and one that actually makes sense, right? That you can actually see happening. And you also have to respect that man in order for you to be able to follow after his vision, right? So Zach it just totally went over his head. Zach's response has to do with feelings and emotions and getting to a better place within the marriage, when she's talking about something bigger than them, bigger than emotions, having a purpose for their marriage. So what I think is, Zach, of course, was not ready for marriage. He has a lot of emotional things he needs to deal with. But then also, he thinks marriage is only about emotions and how it's going to make him feel. So he doesn't have a vision. He doesn't have a plan. Not from what he said, because he could have just misunderstood what she said. But I just wanted to touch on that just in case he's just not thinking that big, because he's not thinking that big because he doesn't see a future with her. So when she received that information, it told her, okay, so we don't have a future. He's fixed on emotions, and he has not yet seen anything that we can build together, to come together, to become one, and that can be bigger than us. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, normally in marriage, there's goals and things that you want to obtain and where you want to get. And he didn't mention those big things. He only mentioned emotions, how he wants to feel. So that, in a sense, I can understand why Michaela's like, she still has her guard up, because he's not talking in terms of future, right? And then she also mentioned it Unfiltered, that he's telling other people that he doesn't see a future. So she's in every right to have her wall up, right? But I wouldn't come around. Like, why continue to put yourself through that when you already know that from him, his actions and his words, that there is no future for you guys, right? So now you're just doing that to yourself. But a lot of people, and myself included, feel like, okay, but she should not respond the way she's responding, because at the end of the day, Michaela's response is on her. No matter what Zach says, no matter what Zach does, it's on her. So she keeps responding in an angry manner, and that's not someone that you want to make a wife. That's not someone you would want to make a husband, if the husband is responding in an angry way, like Jose, for instance. Because they're showing these things early on. That's not going to just magically stop. That's going to continue. And it's going to be something that you have to deal with and resolve.
Stay in the left 3 lanes.
And why would you want to be in a relationship, in a marriage, where there's already this problem, and now you have to just hope and pray that it'll go away? So that's where I'm at with that. And I just wanted to put those thoughts out there. Zach, not ready for marriage. Not thinking about future, long-term goals, and so forth for the marriage, as the head of the marriage. And Michaela definitely, you know, has every
In 2
right to have her
miles,
wall
take the
up.
exit onto I-95 toward US 441.
But she definitely needs to deal with how she responds to things and just plainly remove herself from the situation. There's been other couples who were able to just film separately, and that's something that I would have done, right? But we'll see. There's a lot going on, but that's all I wanted to say. Let me know what you think. Comment below, and I will respond. Like this video, share this video on your social media. If you're not subscribed, subscribe now. I'll see you guys soon. Well, I'll be back soon. I'm going to try to record another video today. I'm really tired. Maybe I'll get some rest. Maybe I won't because I have a toddler. But I'm going to try to come back, and I want to talk about Bao and Johnny and just give a different perspective about the situation. All right, guys. Have a good day.